BYU Cougars, welcome to Home and Family Living 110. Today we're going to talk about 3 things that you'll be doing in lab: pumpkin dough, pastry, and empanadas. The first step is to combine the sugar in the warm milk and add the yeast to the sugar in the warm milk. You need to stir that together and then just let it set until you see the yeast starting to work. You'll see it starting to foam all around the edges. While that is working, in the bowl here we're going to combine the flour and the seasonings and the salt. Put all 5 cups of flour in and the seasoning and mix that together. The seasoning is cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and then there's some salt. Just mix that together. Then you're going to cut in the flour the butter 1 tablespoon at a time. So you've cut your cube of butter into 1 tablespoon and then just add them one at a time to your flour mixture. I'm using the paddle rather than the wire attachment or the dough hook right now. When the butter mixture is all cut in with the flour and spices, then you look at the yeast mixture, and when it's bubbly on the top and foamy on the top, then it's ready to dump into the flour mixture. You're going to mix that until that's mixed in. Then you're going to add the egg and the pumpkin to that mixture. The egg should be slightly beaten. And then you're going to add the pumpkin mixture. You'll combine all of that, and then you'll beat that 3 to 4 minutes until it's all combined. This is what it looks like when it's all beat together with the pumpkin and the flour. You notice it starts to form gluten, which is the elastic structure in a flour mixture. When it's all mixed together, then you're going to change to the dough hook. Turn it off. I've added the splash guard so that the flour doesn't come out of the bowl, and I'm also going to add the dough hook now. And then we will add up to 3 cups of flour. And this is where you're going to have to be the judge as to how much to add. You want it to be a soft dough, and it should come away from the sides of the pan. You can tell you've added enough flour when the dough leaves the edges of the bowl. And then at this point you're going to want to beat it for another 3 to 4 minutes. This looks like it's ready, so we're going to take it out. We will spray the bowl with non-stick cooking spray, and then we will return the dough to the bowl to proof in the oven that you've prepared with a boiling dish of hot water, and you're going to set that in the oven so that the dough can rise. I'm going to prepare this bowl by spraying it with non-stick spray, and then I'll return the dough back to the bowl. When I have put it in the bowl and covered it with plastic wrap, I will place it in the oven with the pan of boiling water that's in the oven. When the dough is doubled in size, you're going to take the dough and divide it into 2 portions. Then you will cut the dough into 12 sections. I like to use a serrated knife. When you've cut it into those sections, you'll take the strip and form it into a knot, thus the name bow knots. Put those on a greased baking sheet. You'll let them rise and then bake according to your directions. And this is the final product: pumpkin bow knots. Happy cooking, Cougars.